All right, chronic constipation. So some of you might be thinking, is this really a pelvic floor problem? Isn't this just like a digestive issue? It's both, but it has significant impact on your pelvic floor when not addressed or solutions are not worked on. So constipation is defined as, so this is my definition. I take a much more conservative, like I want you addressing constipation earlier than what a textbook constipation definition is. So I think the textbook one, what textbook I'm talking about, like WebMD, is constipation that is less than passing stool less than 3 times a week for more than 3 months. I say, especially around pregnant and postpartum women when there's already so much more pressure and weakness and other issues that can easily arise due to the perinatal state, that constipation needs to be addressed early and effectively as possible. So I say if you're passing stool less than 3 times a week for a month, you need to really start doing some of these things that I'm going to teach you today. And if those things aren't pretty quickly having good impact, you need to reach out to your doctor. Acupuncture can be great. A pelvic floor therapist is, of course, a great option to work on improving this. Why? Well, it's because it adds pressure on your pelvic floor. And we already, just in our regular state, not pregnant, just going through our day-to-day lives, have more than enough pressure on our pelvic floor. Now you add pregnancy, chronic constipation, and you're exercising still, and you're just setting yourself up for dysfunction. You may be blessed genetically and never have a problem and never need to listen to any of this, but who knows? So I say address the constipation, it's the low-hanging fruit. And when addressed earlier, it's usually much easier to resolve than waiting a long time. So simply said, it increases your intra-abdominal pressure unnecessarily. So resolve the constipation, and now you're back to your baseline intra-abdominal pressure, which is easier and better and easier to manage your pelvic floor to manage. Okay, so what goes in matters. So the first place to start with constipation is, what are you putting in that's having trouble getting out or not helping things pass through you? Hydration is the first place to look. So are you breastfeeding? You need more than half your weight in ounces a day of non-caffeinated liquid. If you're not breastfeeding, half your weight in ounces of hydrating liquid. I add food in there because there's lots of food that are really high in water, like celery and watermelon and any like citrus fruits and cucumbers. I mean, those tomatoes are super high in water and do add to your hydration. So if you're just not quite hitting that half your weight, but you're eating some good hydrating food,